Weekly breakdown.
Woohoo!
That was other since
11?
2 weeks. I don't know.
It's like 10. I think
10.
we've reached the
It's the 10th episode anniversary.
10th anniversary. We're gonna throw a surprise. It's my balls.
Yeah, buddy. That was Frank's balls.
Yeah. Good spot.
New spot.
New spot.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot has happened. A couple of these things are going to be kind of older news. But we didn't do this last week. Keith was in Disney World.
I was. I'm sorry.
How was your 21st birthday?
It was fun. I don't remember much till Friday morning.
Did you have some girly drink?
I had a Mai Tai, alright?
You had a Mai Tai in your first drink?
I had a Mai Tai. It had 7 different kinds of rum in it, but it tasted good. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, like, people make fun of me for making mixed drinks, but it's like, dude, this is 70% alcohol.
I
Fuck
know.
off.
Yeah. It was pink, and I was like, alright.
Did it even have an orange slice in it too?
Mm-hmm.
But booze is booze.
Nice. Was it expensive?
It was like $8.
Really?
For that.
Dude, booze is expensive in bars.
It's expensive in Disney World. Everything's expensive.
Well,
in
everything's
Disney World.
expensive in this world.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into
Stuffs.
some stuff. Microsoft has dropped the price on every single Xbox One bundle by $50 until January 3rd. So, Assassin's Creed Unity bundle and Sunset Overdrive bundle are now $350, and the Call of Duty bundle is $450.
That Sunset Overdrive bundle looks really good, as does that Unity bundle.
Yeah, I agree. So, will Microsoft... This is obviously them trying to really push this holiday season in sales. Will they outsell the PlayStation 4?
I might say that
In terms of...
if maybe this would be their best chance to. I mean, I'm not going to say they will, but I mean, if it's going to happen, now's probably the best time, then most likely it'll happen.
In terms of quarterly sales, maybe, because, you know, these bundles are a fucking steal.
Yeah.
But I still think they're trying to play catch up to Sony in terms of just units. Because how many units has Sony actually put out? Didn't they release that number?
They have shipped 13.5 million. Microsoft has not said anything.
They said they've shipped some to retail, but that doesn't mean how many they've actually sold.
I would say Microsoft is probably at like a little over half of that.
Yeah, probably 7.
I mean,
probably
even if they have a strong holiday season with these bundles, they may come close.
I was thinking more of like.
But they're still gonna be like a few million short.
I was mostly meaning, and I took it as like just these months, or
just these few months,
selling better. That maybe. I mean, there's not really anything big.
There's no big bundles for the PS4.
Also, nothing big PlayStation wise really coming out. At least PlayStation exclusive wise coming out.
If Microsoft wants to catch up, this is the
time.
Yeah.
Because you get into next year, in February you have 2 huge PlayStation 4 exclusives coming out. In the fall you'll have Uncharted 4 coming out. Persona 5 will be out. You know, who knows what else will be out. And also there'll be those games that are more aligned with PlayStation, such as Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I feel like The Crew is kind of meant for PS4 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those will be out. So therefore the PlayStation 4 will probably sell like bananas next year as well. I don't think they're going to outsell the PlayStation 4.
No.
I feel that they could, but I don't think they will. PlayStation 4, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I love the PlayStation 4. It's the console where I will play, you know, primarily this generation.
This will be a lot of my third party.
I do not understand why it's selling as well as it is. There's no games on it. Well, take that back. There's a lot of good games on it, but there's no exclusive games on it.
Yeah, really the only thing exclusive I can think of is Last of Us Remastered.
Infamous
and Killzone, and then you have Little Big Planet 3 coming out.
Which I mean is about.
But that's not out yet. I'm just saying like what's out now.
Yeah.
It's Infamous, Last of Us, and
Killzone.
Yeah, and this holiday season there's Little Big Planet 3,
yeah.
Whereas Microsoft had Sunset Overdrive, Forza Horizon 2, and the Master Chief Collection.
Which really is a strong argument for me to get one of these Xbox One bundles.
Exactly. And so they could, but I don't know. The PlayStation 4 is just selling like crazy.
I think for the holiday, Microsoft, I think it'll be pretty even through the holiday season.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft will kind of pull even with Sony for the holiday season, and then after that, when the prices go back up, it's going to drop off again.
Now that leads to my next question. Will they take the price back up?
They say, I mean, right now, as of right now, they're saying, this deal ends January 3rd. So, to me, that means, the price is going to go back up.
To me...
Do I think it'll go back up to the full, $400, $500? Maybe not.
To me, that's them
back
saying,
up.
if you want to get an Xbox One, get it now, because the price is going up, but I don't think they're going to raise the price. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That is absolutely stupid, because then that would keep them positioned at a better spot than Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And Sony would be forced to drop the price of the PS4 or, do something.
Yeah, I mean, when I got my PS4, I mean, half the reason was because PS4 is cheaper.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, there's better games, but I knew, there are good games eventually coming to the Xbox One.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I save $100.
Last generation, the Xbox 360 was always cheaper than the PlayStation 3. It always had that advantage, so I feel that Microsoft's going to want that advantage back.
It was really the only advantage Microsoft had.
Well, I mean, also, for a while, the Xbox 360 was easier to develop.
Yeah, it was easier.
And it had...
It had much better exclusives.
Better exclusives, like Mass Effect, Bioshock, games
Yeah.
like that were exclusives, and stuff like that. So I don't think they're going to take the price up, because think about it, if you're thinking about getting a new console, you'll have Nintendo with the Wii U at $300, and Microsoft at $350. You just drop that $50 and then you get a next generation console, something that's much more powerful and a lot more games coming out to it. I'm not knocking the Wii U, but I'm just saying if you really want to take a dive into that, that's much more appealing.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't think they'll go back up to the full, $400, $500, $600, but I think it will go back up at least a little bit.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy though, and I almost feel bad for the people that bought the console at launch. I mean, that's the risk you take.
Buying a console at launch.
Buying a console at launch at top dollar.
How many times have we kind of panicked about our PlayStation 4s having some slight bugs? It's like, oh shit.
Exactly.
Like
but
the other night with Frank, and his bricked on him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I feel that if you were like a day one adopter that bought this for $500, Microsoft should be like, here's a code for a free game.
Just because it's
You know
like,
what I mean?
sorry.
Because you've shaved $150 off your fucking console.
And it's like, here you go. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting. Let's move on to Nintendo. Nintendo announced a lot of stuff. The Legend of Zelda, they had a direct. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D is coming to the 3DS in spring 2015.
About time we can rejoice.
Yeah. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is coming to Wii U in February 2015, and that has a multiplayer mode, kind of like a new Super Mario Brothers U, which is kind of cool. It was kind of cool looking. Splatoon they said comes out in the second quarter 2015. It has a single player mode now.
All right.
Codename Steam is coming to the 3DS in spring 2015. That has that's developed by the people that made Fire Emblem Awakening. And Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming out in 2015. So yeah, they showed off some shit.
Do we know anything about Steam? Codename Steam?
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
they actually showed off a lot of it in their direct.
Do we know what actually the story is, or what it's about, or?
I mean, you have to play the game to find that out.
Well, yeah,
Steam,
but I mean, like,
Steam is involved. It's kind of set way back in the day. You can play as like Abraham Lincoln. It's like one of the characters. It's like a strategy game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's more real-time strategy, kind of like, I don't know. It looks interesting. It doesn't look like it's my thing.
It's like an RTS hybrid almost.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
completely different than Fire Emblem, though.
Okay.
I'd say the only thing that they have in common is just
It's the
strategy.
Yeah.
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, its multiplayer mode seems kind of interesting. Like, you have one person with the game pad just like drawing lines and stuff, and then you have other people getting things for Kirby or something like that. I don't know. It Seemed interesting. I mean, that game, it seems okay. And I don't know if it's really my thing, but it makes good use of the gamepad, which I think Nintendo needs. That,
I'm more excited for Splatoon because that was my big thing at E3. So
yeah, and they were showing off the single player. I don't remember too much about it, but it does still involve inking the fuck out of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think the biggest thing to come out of it is Majora's Mask remake.
Oh, definitely.
We've
been waiting for years.
Words cannot describe how excited I am
Yeah.
to play Majora's Mask again, and perhaps this time finally accomplish it.
Words can't describe how excited I am to play it for the first time.
Yeah. Tower was a Zelda version until this year.
Yep. They said there's going to be a lot of changes coming to the game, which is cool.
I hope it's more gameplay and not like story or conceptualized.
Yeah, I doubt they'll do anything with
Or it's like the aesthetics, because I love the art style.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm sure they'll still keep. Isn't in Majora's Mask you have like a certain time limit to beat the game?
Yep, you have 3 days. You have 3 days in game.
I'm sure they'll like keep that. I'm pretty sure they'll be focusing more on bringing the gameplay to the modern day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might throw some extra stuff, like didn't the Ocarina 3D have like the Master Quest thrown in as well?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It did. To me this is really cool, because after this holiday season I was like, what the fuck is coming out on the 3DS? Like, nothing.
Well,
but now they announced this, so that's really cool. So yeah,
that's
something to look forward to.
That's a big something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
very big
something.
Yeah.
Which we kind of knew this was coming though, with the mask sitting on the table and Link Between Worlds.
Yeah. I just the only thing that I see slightly bad about this is that if they've been working on this, I'm just wondering how much longer that it's going to be till the next full Zelda game on the Wii U comes out.
Yeah.
That'll be the only thing. If they've had to put time into this. I guess technically they did put out Link Between Worlds and Wind Waker right around the same time. So maybe my thoughts are misplaced, but I mean like.
Well, yeah, because Wind Waker HD they really didn't change all that much.
Well,
it's really better.
Yeah. So.
They said they've been working on this since 2011. I'm sure they've been working on the Wii U game for years as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're both coming along really fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
and it's probably 2 separate teams. Usually, developing for handhelds is a lot different than
It's the other thing I really mean is like they're not going to probably try to put. I mean, they're not going to put them out at the same time, which means they have to wait even longer for another Zelda game. So
Zelda for Wii is probably going to come out in the fall of next year.
I can see that.
That's going to
fall holiday release.
Yeah. But at the same time, they've showed off so little of that game. It kind of worries me a little bit. Like, they announced Smash Brothers and they were showing the shit out of that right away.
That's because they're probably much farther along than Smash Brothers.
Could be. But, yeah. I mean, it was a pretty cool direct. I definitely think you guys should check it out. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I seriously think can be a really big seller for the Wii U and a reason to pick up the Wii U. If you're an RPG fan, if you like anything like JRPG, especially Final Fantasy, like, that game looked incredible. Like, I was just creaming everywhere. The fucking world was huge. The combat looked so good, and the bosses were like fucking ginormous. They were like Shadow of the Colossus. Like, it was ridiculously cool.
We're gonna have to play the shit out of this game then.
Yeah, that game's gonna be cool. Anyways, let's stick with Nintendo. They announced just some sales stuff, which some of it's kind of interesting. So 3.5 million copies of Mario Kart 8 has been sold. I think that game on Wii U has a 47% attachment rate or whatever. Like 47% of Wii U owners have bought that game, which
that's incredible. For
honestly, it really doesn't surprise me though.
But I mean, at least maybe not so much for the Wii U, but I mean, what if like I don't even know if like Call of Duty or something has that kind of numbers.
No, it definitely doesn't. Smash Brothers on 3DS has sold 3.22, not including the US. They only sold 610,000 Wii U's last quarter, bringing them to 1.12 million units this year when they want to sell 3.6 million by the end of April.
Well, everyone about halfway there.
Yeah.
A little less.
Yeah. 2.09 3DS units have been sold and they want to sell 12 million by the end of April.
Oof.
And they've sold 23.3 million 3DS games when they want to sell 67 million by
Okay, that one's not as bad. The actual 3DS one kind of worries me.
there, I don't even think they're going to hit half of that. Them announcing a new 3DS and not releasing it in the US this fall just
it's not
shot them in the foot.
It's not. Nobody's gonna buy it. Everybody's just gonna wait.
I mean, I'm sure the 3DS will still sell a bunch, this holiday, but it just won't sell as strong as if a new one was out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, because the new one hasn't even gotten here yet.
Yeah, exactly. They should have released it this holiday.
Yeah, they would have made a killing.
Yeah. I agree. I do think that they can hit their Wii U goal.
I think so.
I really do.
Especially with like some of the announcements they're making now, it's gonna hit.
I'm
Especially
sure.
Once Smash Bros comes up,
I was gonna say, I'm sure
I
Smash.
might say that I might jump up another 500,000.
Especially once they put like some of these DLCs out, like for Mario Kart 8 and for Smash and
They'll push sales for everything up.
And plus the games, they've positioned themselves to have games come out consistently until the end of April too, which is cool. Because I'm sure Smash is just going to sell like crazy. It's going to move a lot of units. And then they have Captain Toad coming out, which actually looks really good. People that love Kirby, that'll be out by then. I think they also said that Yoshi's Woolly World's going to be out by then. So there's going to be games coming out. So I think they can hit the Wii U, but I think they're pretty fucked on the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hit 12 million 3DS units this year.
I don't even think they're going to hit their software goal either. I mean, I know Pokemon is going to sell probably like 10 million copies, but
that's not
that just brings them to half of what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like once Pokemon comes out, maybe the 3DS will see another boost, little jump in sales.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just think it's going to be another year of losses for Nintendo, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's like they're improving.
They're not losing as much as they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah. So Sony is also, like we said, 13.5 million PlayStation 4s, 3.3 million in the last quarter, 800,000 PS3s, which is interesting, and 700,000 handhelds. They never release numbers that just says we sold this many Vitas. They combine PSP and Vita, which I would assume a majority of them are Vitas.
Yeah.
PSP's been dead for years now.
Yeah, I mean...
But I'm very tempted to go out and buy a PS3 right now. Because of that Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Collector's Edition that they announced. Looks fucking badass, and I want it on next gen, but it's not gonna come.
Nope. Because it was greedy.
Yeah, because...
Yeah. It beefs, so we're good.
Yeah, that does look really good. You get some like really cute looking.
You get a little
plushy.
You get a plush shadow.
Yeah.
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 Yay.
I
squeeze
know.
it.
You can
hug
hug
it. I can hug it and squeeze it.
Yeah.
And call him George.
Dude, if I didn't have 1.5, I would totally buy the shit out of that.
Yeah, but you need 2.5.
I know.
So you should buy the shit out of that. Oh, it does come with 1.5.
Yeah.
Sell your copy 1.5.
So.
I don't know if I want to drop $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Kingdom Hearts, but
$100 one time is so rough.
yeah, it is. Anyways, Battlefield Hardline's gonna come out March 17th, 2015. Are you guys excited?
No.
Crickets. Star Wars Battlefront is confirmed for holiday 2015, and it'll be in first-person mode.
Which is vastly different from what Battlefront 3 was supposed to do, which they released that concept gameplay, which looked awesome, but I mean...
It looked more traditional Battlefront.
It might be, maybe if you switch to like one of the heroes, it'll switch to...
It'd be interesting if they put in one of the something like what Skyrim did, where you can kind of
go in
play
and
how you wish.
Switch back and forth.
Like you can play third person if you really like that, or if you're more of a first
person. Or if you want to
person.
be third person, and then when you want to go down sites, switch into first person.
Yeah. I kind of don't like this idea. I'm sure the game will be cool, but I want it to be a Star Wars Battlefront experience, not a Battlefield experience with a Star Wars coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
If they give you the option to go into first person, that's completely cool.
But here's the thing.
But yeah.
DICE has to realize if they fuck this up,
they're screwed.
Their building will be burned to the ground.
They are completely screwed, yeah.
Like
not just DICE, EA.
This will affect all, like, honestly.
This will
all
affect
those-
every Star Wars game EA tries to even think about.
They'll be
putting
like,
out.
you screwed up Battlefront. We're not buying this.
Yeah.
There's a lot riding on this game, I feel. They did confirm that Battlefield 5 is coming out in the holiday 2016.
Why would you plan that far ahead? I hope the game tanks, like, if that's the case. If they're looking that far ahead, I hope it tanks.
I hope no. What I hope happens is they have the shit that happened with 4, and I can't fix it.
I want them to just make a...
Bad company.
Back.
Well, yeah, but I want Battlefield 5 to be just a completely huge and robust multiplayer experience, because
Fuck the single player.
who buys Battlefield for the single player? Nobody. The single players they suck balls. And so they waste their time on this shit when their multiplayer is fucking cool. I mean, when Battlefield 4's multiplayer worked, it was fucking fun as shit. So, I don't know.
The only reason I picked up Battlefield 2 was to play the multiplayer.
Yeah, I just feel, I don't know. I mean, Battlefield's a big franchise, but I feel they're just pushing it a little hard. It's not something that needs to come out all the time, in my opinion.
It shouldn't be a yearly.
And
I
find
know
out
with Call of Duty, with a lot of games, like this should not be a yearly franchise. Put some effort into the game.
Well, I mean, look,
Like
Call of Duty's got three studios.
But
now.
still, they don't like.
But I mean, that's their excuse, and then also I can maybe understand, like, but I get it with like games like Assassin's Creed. I don't know if Assassin's Creed should be annual or Watch Dogs, but I don't think Watch Dogs would be annual. But
And I feel Hardline is just going to tank. It's so hard. Like, I cannot get excited for that game, no matter what they show. I'm just like...
Yo, the next
it's Battlefield 4. It just works.
It's a $60 expansion pack. It's literally what it is.
The next tactical shooter I even am considering picking up, Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
That's a given.
Yeah. So, whatever. And they haven't said anything about Mirror's Edge 2, which DICE is also developing, which kind of sucks. That game looks cool. Destiny's first expansion, The Dark Below, comes out December 9th. Are you guys ready for this? You
Yeah.
get a whopping 3 story missions, 2 strikes if you're on PlayStation, 1 if you're on Xbox, 3 Crucible maps, and 1 new raid. You'll get new weapons and 5 additional bounty slots, but that's going to be given to everybody. You don't have to get
The additional weapons and stuff is going to be given to everybody.
Yeah,
Additional weapons and bounty
except
slots.
except raid weapons.
Separate weapons,
Yeah.
but I mean, I that one I'm okay with. And you know, honestly, if it wasn't for the price, I'd be okay with the expansion. If it wasn't $20,
Yeah, that's like a $5, $10.
I'd say 10. That's not
Yeah,
5. That's a
10's a
$10.
pretty good price.
$10 expansion.
Now
But
here, okay, if it's going back to that thing that they popped out, they had 3, so that thing was right. I'm assuming then there's not going to be any new planets, which is a huge disappointment.
No, this is not an expansion.
this is just putting because again, like some people getting in these areas, Bungie basically gutted the game when they put this out, so they'd have these
This
expansions.
is very relevant to that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just basically proving Destiny
You will-
Destiny was a gutted game at launch.
Minus the raid, you will get through this shit in an hour.
A couple hours, not an hour.
Yeah, it's a couple hours worth of it. It's maybe 3-4 hours.
The story missions won't take you long. The strikes.
If you put them up to
Probably won't take
if you put them up to the proper difficulty, it could be like
The raid will take you a little while, but the strikes will not take you long.
I think, and again, this is me trying to be a little bit hopeful because I mean, Bungie has done good in the gaming world. I mean, they brought us the
Well, was
Halo
Combat
games.
Evolved really like that good when it first came out?
yes, it was, but if we're looking at it since I just got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and they cut zombies from that so they could sell it as a separate DLC and
Yeah.
all kinds of other stuff. It makes me think that maybe it's a little bit more of an Activision decision, that Bungie's hands were tied, and that they're like, hey, sorry.
I really hope that's the case because I love Bungie as a studio. I love how they work with the community. I love how they interact with the community. So I'm really hoping it's Activision basically saying they got the game.
I mean, I'm at commitment level with the expansion anyway.
Yeah,
it's a limited edition, so I'll play it. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just not too happy about it.
I'm just not.
Maybe we can share play the expansion.
What?
Maybe we can share play the expansion.
Let's share play the expansion.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I just bought the regular edition of this game, even though I feel robbed.
And you should. Yeah. You should. The areas are already there in the game. You should be able to access them.
It's on disc DLC, which is a very, very stupid business decision, and one that won't gain you any fans. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So and they also said that the sequel to Destiny is already in development. So
hopefully they're looking at how people are reacting to this and they don't fuck up next time.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I'll still remain hopeful for the next.
Yeah, I'll be hopeful. I'll be interested, but I'm not going to get over my head.
Not gonna hype aboard the hype train.
I do read the updates that they put out every week.
Yeah.
And it does seem to me that Bungie is making at least an effort to listen to the community and make the changes.
That's why I'm saying all these things that are kind of problems to me seem a little bit more again on the side of Activision, just because
Activision needs to take a step back. I think in terms of Activision is a publisher. They are not a developer. They should not determine what is in the game. They should just be like, you have this, alright, we're going to publish it.
So, yeah. There's that. What else is there? Dragon Ball Xenoverse is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS3, and 360 February 17th.
Maybe I'll get it.
Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires is coming out for PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and PC January 27th.
Okay, excited.
I'm stoked. Actually, the Empires games were probably
better
than the main game. Because there's actually some kind of strategy involved in it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Final Fantasy XIV Source Expansion Heaven's Sword is coming in spring of 2015. Telltale has confirmed that Game of Thrones will debut by the end of the year. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I'm interested, but
it's on next year.
So exactly, it has to be.
Otherwise, I'm not. Otherwise,
I don't think it would have been in development as long as it wasn't.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to.
Same thing with Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, because as much as I love my PlayStation 3, I just don't
want to play it.
Yeah,
I don't want to hook it up anymore.
There are things I have to finish on my 360. It's like, but I have a PS4 and I want to play that.
It's like I want to play the new games. I don't want to play it on this old console. November PlayStation Plus brings you the Binding of Isaac Rebirth and SteamWorld Dig. So that's pretty cool. They announced for the next 2 months. December you get Injustice Gods Among Us and Secret Ponchos. January you get Infamous First Light and the Cum Swapper. So,
and that's for PS4?
Yeah.
So dude, I don't have to pay for First Light now. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and
that is actually
and
really
Injustice,
cool.
and Injustice,
because I almost picked that up used, but now I'll be able to get it for free.
I mean, I might still pick it up just because I want to get all the skins and things like that. All the stuff that you can only get with the whatever edition game. Whatever edition it is. It's not complete edition.
No, it actually has I think it's just the limited edition or
something like that. So
or unlimited edition,
something like that.
So yeah, I mean, people were complaining about all these indie games are having out. Well,
boom, main game, full game.
But see, a lot of the indie games that they put out are really good.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like Dust is actually really fun.
Yeah, Dust is really good. I do like that game a lot.
I haven't played Pix the Cat yet though.
Yeah, I haven't played that. I added the 2 for November to my library.
Yeah.
I just haven't downloaded them yet. What else? Resogun's coming to Vita, which is fucking cool. If you have a Vita, you should buy that game.
Resogun is addictive as shit.
Yeah.
It's still probably in my top 5 favorite PlayStation 4 games. Drive Club PlayStation Plus Edition is on indefinite hold forever. Excitebike Arena, Hyrule Circuit, and F-Zero Track, and a whole bunch of cool shit is coming to Mario Kart 8's DLC on November 13th.
That's cool.
You can get that shit?
Excitebike is fun as shit.
Yeah. I mean, you can get both packs for $12.
That's
8 tracks, 3 new characters, and a bunch of new carts for, $6 a piece, each pack.
That's how
DLC should be done.
Yeah.
But you get more value out of that than you do with Destiny's $20 expansion. Yeah. An expansion is like what they do for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
This is just DLC.
You know
It's
what
not
I mean?
This is just DLC. It's not an expansion.
Exactly.
I really hope that Activision will get their fingers out of the pie for Destiny 2 or whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah, both studios just need to stop, fucking sniffing their shit and being like,
This ain't working.
smells really good.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. Movies. I like movies.
I do
Do you
too.
like movies?
Oh,
We just saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
We did. It was a good movie. I like that.
Yeah, we're behind the times. We just saw it.
Yeah.
For $2.50. That was totally worth it.
That was.
Yeah.
So I was like,
fucking rad.
that's where I looked at it.
Marvel announced basically everything for Phase 3 of their cinematic universe. So, a rundown, everything is coming up. So, Avengers Age of Ultron next May, Ant-Man next July, and then they have Captain America's Civil War, May 6, 2016, Doctor Strange in November 2016, Thor Ragnarok in July of 2017, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in 2017, Black Panther in 2017, Avengers Infinity War, goddamn, Infinity War in May of 2018, Captain Marvel 2018, The Inhumans in 2018, and then Avengers Infinity War Part 2 in 2019.
Whew.
That's,
All the way out to
now
20.
phase 3 begins with
Captain
America, right?
Captain America.
Yeah.
So basically the only things that we got left of phase 2 is Age of Ultron and Ant-Man.
Basically, they're finishing out this year. They're finishing out Phase 2.
Phase 2.
Which is weird because I feel like Phase 2 is just really short.
Compared to what Phase 3 is going to be.
I don't even,
Also,
what
compared
all
to
was
Phase
included
1.
in phase 1?
Phase 1 was Hulk, two Iron Mans, Cap, Thor, and then Avengers. So there's 6. Whereas Phase 2 right now there's one Iron Man, 1 Thor, 1 Cap, 1 Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ant-Man.
Would the
But, like-
X-Men movies be kind
No.
of thrown in the
Yeah.
phase 1?
Because
Because
it's
they are
20th
not-
century. 20th century.
Oh, it's 20th century.
20th century, so it's not done. No. Phase
We're
3
not
is just fucking
going to talk too much about this. We're going to do a separate video on this.
Because there's just too much shit.
Yeah, there's a lot
In
of shit.
case you've been living under a rock and you're really excited for these movies, well, there you go. Anyways, Star Wars Episode 7 now has a title. So it's
Force
Star Wars
Awakens.
Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
stoked.
I am fucking pumped.
Right. Dude,
We
I
need
don't know if I'll
We need to get you to sit down and fucking watch episodes 5 and 6 yet. You have the
Like I
best
said,
one still wrapped in fucking cellophane.
like I said, he just wants to sit there when 7 comes out. and be like, what the fuck's going on? Who's
Who
that
the
guy?
fuck is this?
I don't understand what the fuck's going on. Why is Luke Skywalker so goddamn important?
Why is he so old?
Fuck you.
I do want to know what they're going to do for that story though, because
Did you-
Well, the Force is going to wake up.
Like Roy
It's
Hibbert.
gonna Roy Hibbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, according to George Lucas now, the entire expanded universe is no longer canon, so where
It
the
can go
fuck
anywhere.
are they gonna
So
go?
it can go anywhere.
Because there was a lot of cool shit they could have done with the expanded universe.
Yeah.
But nope. Oh well.
Yeah. To music. Psychroptic is on prosthetic records now, if you care. Volbeat, Anthrax, and Crowbot are touring in spring of 2015.
What the fuck is Crowbot?
Crowbot is actually, I believe they might be from around here.
Who they are?
Metal Wolf opened for them, and they're
That's-
actually really good. They're just more of just a hard rock band, but I don't know. They're really good.
Anthrax and Crowbot are cool. Volbeat.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would go to this because I don't want to pay to see Volbeat.
Would you have to pay a lot more?
I just want to
because,
see Anthrax. And
Yeah.
plus, they'll probably be playing really huge places. So, Napalm Death, Voivod, Exhumed, Iron Reagan, Black Crown Initiator touring in early 2015. That's cool. I might go to that. Linkin Park, Rise Against Them, and Mice and Men are touring in 2015. They're in Hershey.
Just like a middle, like the middle's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a sandwich. It's a
It's
piece
sandwich.
of gold sandwiched between 2 piles of shit. It's great.
Yeah, pretty much. Periphery is putting out 2 albums on January 27th. Juggernaut Alpha and Juggernaut Omega. They also have a tour with Nothing More, Woven Warm. Thank you, scientist. I am so fucking excited for all this shit.
I was going to see Thank You Scientist with Kohi, and then
Yeah,
I had a fucking car accident, so.
Yeah, that does suck. I listened to the shit out of Periphery 2, and I just want new Periphery music. So this is gonna be fucking rad.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse and Behemoth are touring in early 2015.
Okay.
I have a huge Woody for that. Machine Head is doing kind of like an evening with Machine Head US tour, so they're probably going to play like 2 sets, and it's going to be nothing but Machine Head all night, and they're going to play every song in the fucking world that you'd ever want them to play.
Interesting.
Extremely stoked for that, hopefully.
Much TP and Richard.
Yeah. August Bird's Bread, Cataclysm are working on new albums, which that's cool.
Cool.
And another, just a fact that I think we can talk about. Jesus Christ, sorry about my lights. Goddamn. Not a single artist has went platinum in 2014.
Ooh.
Nobody sold 1 million albums.
Oh.
Really?
It's the first time in like ever.
That
Yeah.
no one sold.
Taylor Swift has a chance. Taylor Swift could do it, and the last artist to go platinum was Taylor Swift. So, I mean, the record industry is definitely on a recline.
Yeah.
Well, I think with the age of the internet and people and more artists being able to put things out themselves,
Yeah.
it's going to be harder and harder for people to go platinum because there's going to be these other sources for them to put their material out there and for people to get the material.
Like Spotify, piracy, digital, all that
I think
shit.
piracy's been around
Yeah,
forever.
exactly.
But I think Spotify has been like the death of.
Yeah, but also Spotify is a great tool because I have found that so many bands through Spotify where they have actually bought their albums.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but not everybody's like that. A lot of people are
Yeah,
like, oh, I just listen to it through Spotify.
Yeah, exactly, and they do kind of make a little bit of money through Spotify,
But not quite what they would off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Album sales.
Exactly. So, I mean, it really sucks. Makes me sad because I like physical things.
Yeah.
It's just me because you actually feel like you own it. Where with digital, in reality, you're kind of just borrowing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. New releases this week. Assassin's Creed Unity is coming out for the new systems and PC. I'm extremely excited for that.
Woo!
Assassin's Creed Rogue for old systems. I wish I could play that.
Yeah.
But I will wait. Halo, the Master Chief Collection for Xbox One. If you have an Xbox One, you don't buy this game. Well,
You're gaming.
you should not own an Xbox One. You should fuck off. You should just give your Xbox One to me.
Yeah.
Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is literally coming out for everything. Every system is coming out for it.
Ever?
Yeah, ever. This is coming out for the NES.
Coming out for the Atari.
NES
Fuck
Or
that.
Nintendo 64.
Commodore.
Sega,
Yeah.
Sega Saturn.
Atari.
Yeah. The
Alright.
fucking Atari Jaguar.
And television.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome.
Goddamn, I'm a nerd.
Yeah. No, I love that shit. Old gaming consoles and that kind of history, I love that shit. Lego Batman 3 looks really cool. So
Sonic.
I will play it eventually. Sonic Boom! Rise of the Lyric for the Wii U. There's also Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, I want to say it's called, for the 3DS. So, yeah. Is Sonic relevant anymore?
They keep trying to keep Sonic relevant, but there really hasn't been a good Sonic game in a long time.
Really hasn't.
I've never been a Sonic person.
I used to
I
play.
liked the side scroller ones, but I was never really a huge fan.
I like the one. Well, that's being very
Dreamcast.
vague. Not the one for the. Well, yeah, it was for the Dreamcast. I like that one.
That one was actually the first 3D Sonic I played, and I
That-
actually loved the shit.
That one's really good. It's just that the other ones are.
If you're a fat ass and you're in an Xbox One, you should buy Shape Up. Pro Evolution Soccer is coming out for new systems and old systems. Digimon All-Star Rumble.
Fuck
There
right.
you go.
Fuck right.
Payday 2 Safecracker Edition for the PS3 and 360. Pretty sure that's like a Game of the Year edition type thing.
Yeah.
Tales of Hearts R for the Vita. And World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor for the PC.
Woo!
There you
Yeah.
go.
If I had the money to get back into WoW, this would be the time for me to do
If I had a computer to play WoW.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we found out, trying to get this set up, if I have a computer.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's cool. And then Machine Head, their new album Bloodstones and Diamonds, Nebula of Scars with their new album Citadel, Sky Harbor with Guiding Lights, Ghost Brigade with 401 with the Storm, and Job for a Cowboy Sun Eater. I've listened to all these albums but Sky Harbor, and they are all fucking godly.
I need to find that Nebula of Scars.
It is off the charts. I think it's better than the first album. It's just saying something. Ghost Brigade's pretty good. It's not as good as Until Fear No Longer Defines Us, which, to be honest with you, is one of my favorite albums of all time. And the new Machine Head is pretty off the charts. Same with Job for a Cowboy. If you're a fucking idiot that calls Job for a Cowboy deathcore, you should seriously just like
kill yourself.
Fucking whacked with a shovel in the face. You know, I think I said that when we reviewed their last album. God damn it, I completely forget what it was
Don't
called.
ask me, I was
I'm pretty sure I said if you think they're still deathcore, you should shoot yourself in the head. Which maybe you fucking should. They're not.
Alright, Zach.
Yeah, no. I felt like Zach. I just didn't. Yeah.
Oops.
Whatever. That's all the breakdowns I got.
Yes, that's all I got. You got anything, Willie? Anything? Anything?
Nothing I can talk about.
Anything? No.
Yeah. Make sure you watch our fucking videos. Nobody watches our videos anymore.
Do it.
You should. Do it. You will watch our videos.